Hi, everybody. This is Liz Blaschko, Independent Sensi Consultant on Jesse's Angel Saving Lives team. I am here to talk to you about preventing burnout. So, a couple of things I just want to share about myself is I have been with Sensi since 2013. I have hit director twice, and I'm looking forward to hitting director again. And I wanted to just welcome everybody. I know I haven't had a chance to come on here personally, and welcome everybody to this program. So welcome. So I'm going to move on and talk about preventing burnout. So that's one topic that I told Jess I kind of wanted to talk about personally, because I think it's very important that we, excuse me, that we all understand that you can very easily get burnt out. If you're like me and you have a family and husband and a job, possibly, some of you, like I, have been very fortunate to work Sensi as a full-time job. Recently, I've gone back to work full-time, and that's kind of been, a little different for me because I was doing Sensi full-time and now I have a full-time job. So if you're someone who has kids, a husband, a job, and you work Sensi full-time, it's very, very important to allow yourself and give yourself permission to make mistakes, to learn from your mistakes. Allow yourself to learn from those mistakes, because if you just make the mistake and you don't learn from it, well, it's not always a good thing, right? So allow yourself to make the mistake first of all, and then allow yourself to learn from that mistake, and allow yourself to be vulnerable, because that's kind of how you know what it is that you're willing to put in to your business and what you're willing to sacrifice. So vulnerability is not an easy thing for a lot of people. As women, we like to be in control and know what's happening and know what's going on. Men too, who have been in this business before, it's hard for them to kind of be part of an all-women business. So if you're on this group and you're a man, well, that probably, you know exactly what that's like. So allow yourself to be human, allow yourself to be vulnerable, and allow yourself to make mistakes. It's okay. You just learn from them, and reach out to your upline, reach out to your sideline. If you have team members that join right around the time you joined or joining you, those are your sideline. Your front line is your sideline. Get a couple of people that you are really close to or that are leaders like you, and have them work with you to, better your understanding of what's capable and what's possible for you. So with that, I just wanted to give a little bit about myself and how long I've been with Sensi and my situation. So how I find it possible for me to kind of prevent from burning out is just to allow myself to just step back. Okay. Some people may be like, don't step back. Your business is going to suffer. Just, grin and bear it and push through, right? Some people are able to do that. But if you're like me and you need to step back and you need to kind of just be like, okay, well, I'm going to just step back and take a view from the back seat for a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. But also understand that your business may at some point, not be exactly where you want it to be. And then you start, getting into your head and you start comparing yourself to other consultants. That's another different way of burning out. You don't want to compare. You don't want to compare yourself to any other consultant or any other leader that's out there, because we're all different. We all have different goals in mind. We all have different paths and opportunities. So you just gotta, grab a hold of what you have control over, and go with it, and see where it takes you. But don't allow yourself and I'm going to say it again, don't allow yourself to get burnt out, because that when you get to that burnt out stage, and I've seen this with many consultants who have been superstar consultants, who have been star directors and directors, who when they're at their height of their business, it's just a little too much for them, and they wind up not continuing with Scentsy, even though they've gotten to that level. So you want to enjoy every part of your journey and avoid the burnout. Whether it looks like, it takes, you take it in increments, or, you take it all in a big mouthful and you run with it. So it all depends who you are and what your personality is able to handle. And don't push yourself if that's not your personality, because then you get burnt out. So with that said, I'm going to assign a couple of things for the homework, which are really, really easy. I didn't want to give you guys anything that would burn you out, so to speak. So first off is, I would love it if we can all create a dream board. I mean, I have a dream board, but I need to add some stuff to it. So I'm going to do this project along with you, obviously. So we want to create a dream board. It doesn't have, the size doesn't matter. It can be a big one. It can be a small one. It could be a digital one that you can print out and just have. If you don't have all the clippings, don't worry about finding clippings. You can find clippings on Pinterest. You can find clippings on Google search, and just create a dream board so you have an understanding of what your goals are. It could be as small as like buying, shoes, or buying yourself a Fitbit, or buying your kids something, or, dance class or something. So just make it as realistic as possible in some of those goals that you have for your dream board. And then also dream big, have an imagination that, you're like, wow, this would be amazing if this happened. So dream big and put it out there, right? So the dream board, that's assignment number 1. And we're going to share that dream board at our last Zoom that we have for this group, which will be a live Zoom. So everybody will kind of just show their dream board and maybe name off 3 important things, or whatever they want to name off from the dream board. It could be 3, it could be 5, it could be 10. I don't care. Just, if you feel comfortable with naming off more than 3, fine, do it, But if you don't, then just name off 3 things that are, big ones in your dream board. So that's assignment number 1. Assignment number 2 is to create yourself a gratitude journal. And it could be a spiral bound journal. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or expensive. I know I have mine in here somewhere. Well, I can't find it right now. But just like a journal, it could be something like this, just like it could even be your calendar, and every day you write something, important, or that you're grateful for, your gratitude journal. So you can do that, and you can do it in a calendar, in a notebook. But I would really want to see if you're okay sharing what your gratitude journal looks like. Not necessarily what's inside of it, but just post a picture of yourself with it. I didn't really put that in the assignment, so if you want to do that, great. If you don't, that's okay. I would just really highly recommend that you start a gratitude journal. So this is for you. This isn't for me. This is something for you personally to kind of remind yourself of the things that we are grateful for. And then the third and last thing that I'm going to ask you to do, is a little more vulnerable to do, is post 3 things on our group page that you're grateful for. Okay, whether it's, I'm grateful I haven't gotten the coronavirus, I'm grateful that my family's healthy, I'm grateful that I have a car to go to work in, just anything. Or you're grateful that you earned the last incentive trip, or you're grateful that you are hitting your numbers and you're hitting your rank, right? Or your title for the last whatever months. So it could be whatever it is that you want, but name 3 things that you're ultimately grateful for. That's what we want to see on our group page posted. Well, that's really all I have to say about that. It's really just taking care of yourself, giving yourself the opportunity to take care of you and allow yourself to give yourself a timeout, take a yoga class, eat well, exercise, all those wonderful things that everybody tells you to do to stay healthy. They're they're right. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. If you're in a state of contentment and you're not burning out, just keep doing. Keep a routine, keep a schedule. You know, some people like to go on walks, other people like to go on runs, some people like to meditate, some people like to read. There's many, many, many different things that you can avoid to take care of yourself so you avoid a burnout, and then this is not enjoyable anymore, because Scentsy is supposed to be your happy place. So please, please, please don't get burned out. All right. Well, everyone, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.